Tonight, making saving lives more simple. A generous donation from a local organization gives first responders in Duluth tools to rescue people. And Wisconsin ranks pretty high for binge drinking, but how does that impact the economy? We're breaking down the numbers tonight. But first, the National Guard in Ashland is making preparations to deploy to the Middle East this weekend.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Anthony Matt. Kristen is on assignment. Thanks for joining us. This Saturday, the Ashland National Guard unit will start their deployment journey to the Middle East. CBS 3's Emma Quinn caught up with the group at a VFW breakfast Thursday morning and tells us how they're preparing.
About 160 soldiers from the Wisconsin Army National Guard's 829th Engineering Company will set off to somewhere in the Middle East. Now, they don't know where they'll be heading until a later date. They do know their deployment will start in Texas. As a way to say thank you and good luck on their deployment, the Ashland VFW hosted a send-off breakfast. The soldiers started packing up their things before getting on a bus to head to Spooner for their official send-off. From there, they'll train in Texas for about a month and a half, then head overseas. They'll be gone about a year in total. VF member Andy Treholt says as a veteran, he knows what they have been through and what they are about to embark upon.
People have to understand that the sacrifice of going away from your family and friends and job for a year is a lot, and it's a big sacrifice.
The soldiers said the bond they have with each other is like no other. Treholt says it's very much like a second family because of the experiences they share. And coming up tonight at 10, I sit down with two sergeants, how their feelings as deployment approaches.
Thanks, Emma. Yesterday, the William A. Urban made its voyage back to Duluth, and city officials say it was an overall success. Here is a live look at the Urban back in her home in the Minnesota Slip. The trip back took about 6 hours. The ship still needs to be cleaned and repainted. That will take most of the winter and could last into the spring. In total, that round-trip ticket for the Urban cost more than $1 million, that coming from the city's tourism tax fund. Dave joins us now for a quick look at weather. Dave, sun was out for a lot of us today. It was a pretty nice fall day.
Yeah, $1 million weather for free. You just had to get out and look at it. And the looks should be free through tomorrow. Just a slight chance for some showers peppering the start of our week, and then maybe the finish as well. Otherwise, the weekend should be pretty decent too. So right now we have high pressure in control. It was a slow process to clear up yesterday, but it's succeeding a little bit better here today. That low pressure system to the west, that's the first of two. That one could bring some showers Friday night, Saturday morning, but otherwise Saturday should be pretty nice. Here's a look at our day planner for Friday. Starts off partly cloudy, finishes perhaps partly sunny, but still a pretty decent day. 37 the daytime start temp. We rise up to about 45 degrees or so right by the lake, but inland it should be a bit warmer. We could be in the upper 50s away from Lake Superior, almost 60. Will 60 be accomplished for the weekend? I think there's a chance, and we'll talk about the odds in a few more minutes.
Okay, thanks, Dave. A very disturbing story out of Beltrami County tonight. That's where a vulnerable adult is in the hospital and her mother behind bars. Karen Marie Ganetta is charged with criminal neglect. The 47-year-old was arrested on Monday. Today, a judge set her bail at $25,000. According to court documents, investigators responded to the woman's Bemidji home 2 weeks ago. That's where they found animal feces, empty beer cans, vomit on the floor, and an unresponsive vulnerable adult. Court documents show the vulnerable adult had lost nearly 90 pounds in just 2 months and had bruises all over their body. Ganetta is both the mother and the personal care assistant. During an interview with authorities, Ganetta told them she probably spoiled her child too much. Ganetta is due back in court next week. Officers arrested a fifth person in connection to a massive black market vaping scheme in Wisconsin. You might remember Courtney Huffhines and her sons Jacob and Tyler face charges for running the illegal operation in Kenosha County. Prosecutors say the business employed 10 workers who made thousands of vape cartridges a day using THC oil from California. The fifth arrest in the case is one of those employees. The 22-year-old man faces charges for possession with intent to deliver. The number of vaping-related illnesses in the U.S. continues to rise now, reaching about 1,300 cases and more than 24 deaths. Meanwhile, a judge ordered the owner of a restaurant in Ashland to pay a big fine in a sexual harassment case. The general manager of Ashland's Burger King reported The sexually harassed two now former employees. Documents showed the employees told the district manager about the harassment, but he did not investigate. The two former employees filed a civil case against the company. Now the owner, that's Chicago-based Cave Enterprises Operations, will have to pay out more than $400,000. No criminal charges have been filed. A new study says Wisconsinites have a drinking problem, and it cost the state nearly $4 billion last year. In 2018, Wisconsin had the second highest binge drinking rate in the United States. That's according to a University of Wisconsin study. For men, binge drinking means 5 or more drinks on one occasion. For women, it's 4 or more. According to the study, that adds up to a lot of money spent on lost productivity, courts, and health care. Here's what counties in our region are estimated to be spending. In Douglas County, it's about $19.5 million, more than $11 million for Ashland County, and $8 million for Bayfield County. For some perspective, Dane County, which is home to Madison, had the state's highest estimated costs, which came in at almost $400 million. Health officials say to see these numbers decrease, we need to change the culture around drinking.
The definition of if you have a fun event, you have to have alcohol, is something that I think we can pay attention to and work on. There are lots of ways to have fun that don't have to necessarily include alcohol.
According to the study, binge drinking is estimated to cost each Wisconsin resident $700 each. New numbers show Wisconsin's unemployment numbers are on the rise for the 4th month in a row. According to the State Department of Workforce Development, Wisconsin's unemployment rate for September was 3.2%. That's up from 3.1% the month before and 2.8% in April and May. That was a record low. Despite the rise in unemployment, the state actually gained 1,900 jobs between August and September. The national unemployment rate is 3.5%. The unemployment rate has been more stable in Minnesota, averaging between 3.4% and 3.2% over the last 4 months. That's according to the Minnesota Department of Employment and Economic Development. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz is calling for immediate action to make insulin more affordable for Minnesotans. Governor Walz held a news conference this morning in St. Paul where he made the call. Insulin affordability advocates also address the issue. The cost for the medication has skyrocketed in recent years, costing some their lives. Walz called on House Democratic and Senate Republican leaders to negotiate a compromise between their competing insulin affordability proposals so he can call a special session.
I'm going to make another appeal, and that clock will continue to start. I'm asking them today to sit down together, to look at the Senate bill, look at the Howard bill and the House bill, see if there's a compromise there. We have put our commissioner and our representatives from my office already assigned to that. Give us some names and let's work it out.
The Senate GOP proposal would require drug manufacturers to provide free insulin for up to a year to low-income diabetics. House Democrats are focused on getting 90-day emergency insulin supplies to diabetics who can't afford refills. A new piece of equipment is changing the game for first responders in the Twin Ports, and it's all thanks to a generous donation. CBS 3's Jenna Wells joins us to tell how it could make a real difference in a life-threatening situation. Jenna.
That's right, Tony. The device is called an arm lock. The Duluth fire chief described it to me as basically an adult floaty, but much stronger. And it could be the difference between life and death during water and ice rescues. The Duluth Fire Department showed off the arm lock at an event today. The Rotary Club donated 40 arm locks to first responder agencies in both Duluth and Superior. The device slips onto a victim's forearm, and either the rescue responder or the victim can pull a cord to lock it in place. Then the responder can pull that victim to safety. Duluth Fire Chief Sean Creuset says the arm locks help improve the efficiency and safety of water and ice rescues for both the victims and the rescue crews involved.
It makes direct contact. We can inflate it on a person's arm, and then we have a good attachment point. We've had examples where police have had to do rescues in the river, and they've actually had to enter the river with all of their equipment on, and this gives them an opportunity to have, again, like a throw device, get it out to the patient sooner.
A Duluth company called Water Rescue Innovations invented the arm lock. They're providing free annual training and supplies to departments that received one. 4 different local Rotary clubs pitched in to make the $16,000 donation. The Duluth Police Department and Fire Department, Douglas County Sheriff's Office, and the City of Superior Police Department all received arm locks.
Thanks, Jenna. A Duluth organization that helps sick and injured animals will have to temporarily stop doing exactly that. Wildwoods announced today unanticipated changes in staffing have affected their permit status with the Minnesota DNR. Until it's resolved, the DNR has ordered Wildwoods to stop accepting any sick, injured, and orphaned animals. The organization has been around for 13 years. If you come across an animal in need, you're asked to reach out to another organization. We have a list on our website, CBS3Duluth.com. The White House is honoring a Bayfield County teacher in a pretty big way. Richard Erickson, who teaches high school science classes, received a presidential award for excellence in mathematics and science teaching. That's the highest federal award for elementary through high school math and science teachers. Erickson has been with Bayfield High School for 25 years. He also taught near the Twin Cities for 10 years. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, an antique fire truck is headed home after more than 8 decades away. Details next.
High temp 52 today. We beat the normal by 1 degree. That's the start of a mini warm spell that could be with us for the weekend, but perhaps only the weekend. We'll talk about sunshine chances, rain odds, and all of that coming up after our break.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 6 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3. CBS 3 News is brought to you by Fond du Luth Casino.
Welcome to Medical Insight, a weekly healthcare feature brought to you by the experts at Essentia Health. Here's your host, Louis St. George.
Today on Medical Insight, Dr. Paul Kosmatka discusses Essentia Health's orthopedic trauma team, which provides high-quality care to patients when they need it most.
Unlike other orthopedic specialists that sort of focus on one body region, we really take care of everything from the collarbone through the toes. The more common broken bones of collarbones, broken wrists, broken ankles, and those are injuries that often get taken care of by the orthopedic trauma surgeon simply because we have a very easy access to the operating room to get patients into the operating room when those injuries need surgery. We have a dedicated orthopedic trauma service that functions every day. We have an operating room available to us every day for emergency and urgent orthopedic conditions. So that's why we can get patients in the same day that they're injured into the operating room, even for more minor injuries. But certainly when patients are admitted to the hospital with severe orthopedic injuries, we have a crew ready, a room ready, a team ready to take care of that patient when they need it.
Essentia boasts the only Level 1 trauma center in northern Minnesota, ensuring that our patients can receive expert care close to home.
For patients and particularly their families to have to be transferred out of the area for a severe injury where they might be in the hospital for a week or two and then need to be in a rehab center for a period of time after that, it's a significant strain on those families to have to travel that far to visit their loved one in the hospital. So providing that service close to home, I think, is very important.
For Medical Insight, I'm Louis St. George.
This Medical Insight was brought to you by Essentia Health. To learn more about the services we offer, visit essentiahealth.org.
With the all-new Silverado HD, Silverado's now the only truck brand that can offer trucks with best-in-class towing, or trucks with best-in-class camera technology, or larger, more functional beds than any competitor. The only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado. Or get a total value of over $9,500 on this Silverado with a larger, more functional bed than any competitor. Or during Truck Month, make no monthly payments for 90 days. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
What are we looking at?
Psychological and spiritual assessment. Do you know why your parents called us here, Eric?
You're here to evaluate me?
What about the locks on the cupboards in the fridge?
He tried to poison us. Do you think God could ever create a 9-year-old psychopath? I do have a demon in me. Is there anything you can do?
I can try.
Evil. New episode, CBS Tonight.
CBS 3 Weather is brought to you by Nicolay Law Office. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Thanks to high pressure, we did get some gorgeous sky conditions today. It was worth the wait after a couple of days of gloom. if not doom. And so here's Mogi Lake there just outside of Hermantown in between Proctor. I was heading that way earlier today as well. I didn't take this picture though. Aaron DeBezo did. He used to work here a few years ago. Now he's got time to get out and take beautiful shots. And if you are a photographer, I think tomorrow will be great for getting pictures of fall colors. Saturday as well, although Friday night into Saturday morning could be a couple of showers. Just a teaser for a bigger chance of rain that comes around Sunday night and then may last for much of the week coming up. And we'll tell you about that week in just a bit, but right now we tell you about those current conditions at the airport in Duluth as we eye up the live local look just outside of Ely on Robinson Lake. And boy, it's very pretty up there as well. Right now at the airport it's 45 with a sunnier sky out there. Easterly to southeasterly wind right now is going 11 miles per hour. Could gust towards 20 tomorrow though, so beautiful but windy tomorrow. Relative humidity 74%, air pressure 29.97, and it's on the higher side, at least for the time being. Current temperatures go from 48 in International Falls down to 47 in Hibbing, but pick up to 50 in Grand Rapids. Stay that way through Moose Lake. Mid-40s over the hill here, Twin Ports area, 46 for Superior, but 50 from Solon Springs to Hayward, low 40s in the Upper Peninsula. So some of our cooler temps are there right by the lake. That holds true on the North Shore as well with Silver Bay at 39. But tomorrow we get into the 50s more firmly, and through Saturday and Sunday, 60 is still not out of the question, at least for 2 days, because by Monday we start to cool down once again. Well, thanks to the high pressure over our region, hardly a cloud in our sky, and no precipitation either. We do see a few snow showers popping up just to the north of Thunder Bay. That's really about it for now. Of course, nothing ever stays static, so we pull out, take a look at the big picture. That high pressure cell will bring us sunny conditions through our Friday, but like I mentioned, things will start to change up Friday night into early Saturday morning. 20% chance of showers from this weakish low pressure system here, but it's backed up by a bigger one. This one could bring us straight up rain, like I've been saying here, come Sunday night through Monday and Tuesday, and maybe even Wednesday and Thursday as well. And as it departs on Thursday, it might give us a shot of another rain and snow mix. Tonight in Minnesota, look for low temps in the 30s for the most part with a clear to partly cloudy sky. Wisconsin, Michigan, mid to upper 30s with a partly cloudy sky. And then for tomorrow, for folks in the UP and into Wisconsin as well, you get a range of temps 55 to 60 degrees. That's warmer than normal, and with sunshine to boot. In Minnesota, partly cloudy. High temps mid to upper 50s inland, low 50s right by the lake. Here's the extended forecast. Anthony, nice day Friday, yes. Saturday, not so bad, 20% morning shower chance, high temp 60 in the afternoon, and it should be sunny in the afternoon as well. And then sunny through a good chunk of Sunday into Monday. That's when we get the 70% rain chance to start. And as the rain chance goes up, the temperatures go down back into the 40s for next work week.
Hey, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, those are the days you want the nice weather.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it looks like we'll get it this time.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Well, deer are very active this time of year, and drivers are being asked to be extra cautious. Since September 1st, Bayfield County authorities say there has been 58 crashes involving deer. St. Louis County authorities have seen 23 of them, including one involving a county squad car. Drivers should pay close attention to the road and slow down at night. Authorities say even slowing down 5 miles an hour can save a life. Meanwhile, Minnesota's youth deer hunt kicked off today. Kids ages 10 to 17 could head out into the woods with an adult. The DNR says it's a great way to pass down hunting knowledge and traditions. The season lasts 4 days, ending Sunday. The youth hunt started in 2004 in northwestern Minnesota and has expanded to 28 other permit areas. Regular firearm season, that begins on November 9th. A classic ride will soon return to its original home in Wisconsin. Fire chiefs from around the region gathered at the deck this afternoon. The keys to the 1930s antique REO Speedwagon fire truck were handed back to the Wasakee community in northeast Wisconsin. The Minnesota State Fire Chiefs Association has owned the truck since the 90s. After declaring a surplus in antique fire vehicles, they decided to find the community this one originally belonged to. Members of Wasakee Fire District expressed their gratitude during a ceremony today.
I can't thank enough for Mike and Luke and owing it to our community. It really means a lot. Thank you guys.
This comes as the MSFCA conference is happening this week at the deck. Kelly's here to talk about what's coming up in sports. Got some hockey going?
A lot of hockey on tap this weekend. On the road, UMD men haven't met the Wisconsin Badgers in over 6 years. Hear from the team ahead of this one next.
Seize your new Can-Am from Duluth Lawn and Sport, the region's largest power sports dealer.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Toyota, home of the largest selection of SUVs in the Northland. Visit KohlerToyota.com for 50th anniversary specials.
It's a holiday hoopla at Duluth Casino every Wednesday and Thursday in October, including Halloween from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. 25 names will be randomly drawn to play for holiday cash and prizes. You could jump into the money booth, play the disco board, or take a spin on the big prize wheel. Stop by the Players Club or log on to FonduluthCasino.com for all the participation details. Wednesdays and Thursdays come in for the games, cash, and prizes of the holiday hoopla and
have a great time out at Duluth.
Cat Country 98.9 wants you to win cash. One word could mean $100 or maybe $1,000. Listen to Cat Country 98.9 for details on the Cat Cash giveaway, the hottest country in the Northland. Cat Country 98.9.
The best relationships all have a few things in common. They're dependable. They want what's best for you. They come in all shapes and sizes. But most importantly, the best relationships are built to last. You and Blue.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The Subaru Outback is all new for 2020. With standard symmetrical all-wheel drive plus up to 33 miles per gallon. An available 260 horsepower turbocharged engine, advanced technology, and an extra-large touchscreen. Welcome to the best Outback ever, the 2020 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you.
Lease a 2020 Subaru Outback for $349 a month. Visit Miller Hill Subaru today.
Update your home with the safety and warmth of a gas fireplace with the best looking flame in Duluth. At the Fireplace Corner, we take your old, drafty, wood-burning fireplace to warm and reliable with our Heat and Glow gas inserts. Our Heat and Glow selection and financing options are backed by our 100% done right guarantee. Don't wait for the cold. Call or stop in today and visit your local Heat and Glow gas fireplace experts with the best looking flame in Duluth. Or click thefireplacecorner.com for our full selection.
At Anytime Fitness, we know that healthy does not happen on its own. But together, we can make healthy happen with the right help, right ways, and the right coach who listens. With coaching, team workouts, and community, you have our commitment to help you reach your goals and get you to your healthy place. Anytime Fitness. Join October 7th through the 25th for only $1. 2 personal training sessions are included. Whether you want to work out on your own, with a friend, or a group, let's make healthy happen. Join Anytime Fitness today.
The Duluth Superior Symphony Orchestra is performing some of your favorite movie scores, both old and new. From Saturday Night Fever to Star Wars, there's something for everyone. Grab the popcorn and visit DSSO.com for details.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
UMD men's hockey will hit the road for the first time this season tomorrow. They'll make the 5-hour drive down to Madison, Wisconsin for a series with a team they haven't seen since the letters WCHA were stitched into their sweaters. The last time and the Badgers and the Bulldogs met was in March of 2013 when the Badgers knocked UMD out of the WCHA tournament at the Kohl Center. This year, Wisconsin finds themselves with the 17th spot in the national polls, returning 12 of their 14 top scorers, who managed to produce 11 goals in a game against Merrimack last weekend.
You know, defensively, the team we played last weekend, I think, was a much stingier team defensively. So hopefully we can try and find areas to expose them defensively. But we're gonna have our work cut out offensively. Certainly a much more talented team, high-end talent that can put the puck in the net. So we're going to be challenged defensively, but hopefully offensively we'll generate a little bit more because a little different style defensively.
UMD heads to Madison, Wisconsin this weekend for that non-conference series with the Badgers. Both games will be on Fox Sports North Plus. For the UMD women's hockey team, they meet a conference opponent with revenge very fresh on their minds. The last time UMD met Bemidji State was back in the WCHA quarterfinals at Amsoil Arena last season. UMD managed to come away with the 2-0 series sweep, knocking the Beavers out of the playoffs. Of course, this is a new season. UMD wants to focus on themselves, but knowing that revenge is most likely fresh on Bemidji State's minds.
What happened last year was last year. This is a new year, and we have a lot to prove, and that's our focus. So if there's anything from the past, hopefully they remember that these games are always good battles, and we need to be ready to go.
UMD are on the road as well in Bemidji this Friday and Saturday for their second WCHA series of the year. With a commitment to play basketball for UMD under his belt, you would think Hermantown senior Peter Sumas would focus on training for his senior season of hoops. But instead, Sumas elected to play a sport. I see your face, Tony. He hasn't competed in over 4 years. 8th grade, that is the last time before this season Peter Sumas has competed in a competitive football game. Flash forward, Hermantown football coach Mike Zagelmeyer could tell what Sumas was able to bring to the table by watching him play basketball.
I really appreciated the way that he was nice and calm under pressure. And when everything's going chaotic in basketball, you need somebody to be a leader, and he was a definite leader for our basketball team, and I like that.
I didn't really want to get injured for basketball. And then, I really missed it in the 3 years I didn't play. And then some of the coaches and players contacted me and told me they wanted me to come out.
The Hawks finished the regular season 4-4 overall with the loss of the Hammer game last night to Proctor. They now await their playoff seeding. And I got a chance to look at him for the first time last night. He's committed to UMD for basketball, if you missed that. I think they might be recruiting him for football now, too. He might be too sporting at UMD. Probably not. But he was pretty good. He could scramble, he could throw. He was good. Run.
We'll keep an eye on that one.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Thanks, Kelly. Well, before we go, some animals across the pond are getting in the fall spirit with some spooky treats. The Sumatran tiger got his paws around a 92-pound pumpkin filled with cumin and red meat, while some ring-tailed lemurs picked out sweet potato treats from a cauldron, and a hippo also had a pumpkin-filled breakfast. Boy, that looks like fun. He's really having a heyday with that pumpkin there.
Looks like me carving a pumpkin. Just like doesn't know what she's doing.
Yeah. Speaking of a heyday, sounds like we could have a heyday with weather over the next 3 days.
I think we really should, Tony, with just a couple of showers punctuating things here in between. So to the 7-day forecast we go, Anthony. 57 and sunny on Friday. Not bad. 60 and sunny on Saturday afternoon after a 20% chance for morning showers. Partly sunny and 60 on Sunday, so there's the trio of decent days. Then it gets cooler, cloudier, and rainier Monday through next Thursday. And come next Thursday morning with low temps near 30, there's a chance for another one of those rain and snow mixes like we had last Saturday.
Okay, we won't talk about that till after the weekend is over.
Yeah,
just
it's not a sure thing yet,
days.
so just give a hint.
All right, thanks, Dave. All right, thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here at 10.